Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening and thank you for tuning into a brand new episode of The Nation Wants to Know, and I'm Deepti Sachdeva. The Nation Wants to Know that is Arvind Kejriwal. Now, has it been proven, far from all political allegations, that he is the super chief minister of Delhi? Sans any accountability, sans any responsibility. Let's quickly bring up these images for you because these are images that define what the joke on the people of Delhi really is. Now, the first image that you see on your screens is of Atishi, who took charge as the Delhi Chief Minister just about 3 days ago. She sits on that white chair. Next to her is that empty red chair, and she said that is the chair for Arvind Kejriwal. Unhi ke guidance mein Delhi sarkar chalegi. And fast forward to these images that have come in from earlier today. These are images of the super chief minister of Delhi and the other chief minister of Delhi, that is Atishi, and also Manish Sisodia. All of them are inspecting a broken road in the North Campus area of the Delhi University. So when you look at these images, for a moment just think, why did Arvind Kejriwal resign? If he had to resign, why is Atishi today not holding charge of Delhi? Could she have not gone out on this inspection alone? Does she need hand-holding by Arvind Kejriwal? Is she that incapable? Clearly not. Then is this again a joke on all of us? Has Arvind Kejriwal again played a stunt / a drama on the Delhi ki janta? Now, we don't need the BJP anymore to tell you that who is the super chief minister, the proxy chief minister when it comes to the national capital, but these images again are important. Now, I want to bring up some more images for you. These are images that have come in from the Delhi Assembly today. Look very closely at Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia, both with their hands folded, being welcomed into the assembly. Arvind Kejriwal, remember earlier, was used to sitting on seat number 1. So from seat number 1, he shifts to seat number 41. Atishi earlier, the chief minister of Delhi, the real chief minister, at least on paper, who was earlier on seat number 19, has been given seat number 1, and she is on the other end with Saurabh Bharadwaj. But let's play out this entire sequence that is just about a few seconds to tell you who holds the real power in Delhi. This is Arvind Kejriwal, ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake. But what is worse is that Arvind Kejriwal is doing this without any portfolios, doing this without any accountability, without any responsibility. And he's also admitted today himself that all the work in Delhi remained stalled as long as he was in jail. Before I get you to listen into that admission from Arvind Kejriwal, this entire welcome that he received as he and Manish Sisodia entered the Delhi Assembly earlier today.
Jai. Jai. Kejriwal. 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 Jai. Kejriwal. 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 Kejriwal.
So all that you can hear is Kejriwal, Kejriwal. That's it. No one is talking about Atishi anymore. And should we be surprised? Why should Arvind Kejriwal be allowed to do this? Have we seen any example of such a situation before where you have a chief minister who tenders his resignation? He announces someone as a chief minister, but still on all inspections, he's someone who accompanies the current chief minister. Lot of confusion, lot of chaos. We also, in fact, had brought out that ringside image for you to help you understand where is Arvind Kejriwal seated. And Atishi, who is now on seat number 1, is far ahead in the assembly. But this is an inspection image of earlier today, like I just said, Arvind Kejriwal on the Delhi roads. He says, ab sab kaam ho jayega Delhi mein, kaam ruka hua tha. Sadke nahi ban rahi thi is what Arvind Kejriwal says. It's not an allegation that is being made by any other political party. All of you have been facing a lot of these problems. So what really are the highlights of what Arvind Kejriwal has said so far? And has he again accepted the fact that he is not just the super chief minister, that work remained stalled in Delhi as long as he was in the jail? Listen in.
मैं दिल्ली के लोगों को कहना चाहता हूं कि मैं अब आ गया हूं, वो चिंता ना करें। जितने रुके हुए काम थे वो दोबारा शुरू होंगे, लेकिन हम दिल्ली के लोगों के काम रुकने नहीं देंगे। अब मैं आ गया हूं जेल से बाहर, जितने रुके हुए काम है वो सारे काम दोबारा चालू कराएं। अध्यक्ष जी, जेल से निकलने के बाद मैंने इस्तीफा दे दिया। मुझे इस्तीफा देने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं थी, किसी ने, इन्होंने भी नहीं मांगा था मेरा इस्तीफा। मेरे विपक्ष के साथी मुझे यहाँ देख के, मनीष सिसोदिया के देख के दुखी तो हो रहे होंगे। तो मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ मोदी जी बहुत ताकतवर है, बहुत ताकतवर है, और अथाह पैसा है उनके पास, अथाह रिसोर्सेज हैं, पर मोदी भगवान नहीं है। और भगवान तो है इस दुनिया में, कोई तो शक्ति है, कोई उसे भगवान कहता है, कोई उसे अल्लाह कहता है, कोई कुछ कहता है, कोई तो शक्ति है, वो हमारे साथ है।
So Arvind Kejriwal saying कोई तो शक्ति है और वो शक्ति सिर्फ हमारे साथ है. Now that again is a clear statement of how confident he is. Let's quickly open this up with Tuhin Sinha, the national spokesperson of the BJP. We have Abhishek Sudhir, political analyst, joining us from our studios here. Siddharth Sharma is, a man who's really happy. He's smiling. Good to see you smiling. He represents the Aam Aadmi Party. Pankaj Sharma ji is a political analyst. He does lean towards the Congress. Siddharth, let's begin by asking you, in Bhajpa, there was, one of the leaders who said, Sangathan Sarkar se bada hai. Is this ditto now happening in the Aam Aadmi Party? Sangathan Sarkar se bada hai. On what authority was Arvind Kejriwal today on the roads inspecting, the stalled work?
Yeah, I think, Deepti, you asked me why I was smiling. I was smiling because when you say BJP में कोई बोलता है कि संगठन सरकार से बड़ा, इसका मतलब BJP में कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं जो कि कहते हैं कि इस देश से बड़ी पार्टी है उनकी. Anyway, that was why I was giving a chuckle. Anyway, coming back to the point, it's not about why I was smiling. I think when Arvind Kejriwal spoke today, you showed the rushes. It was very clear that if Mr. Narendra Modi ji can himself say कि मैं तो चौकीदार, मैं भी चौकीदार, that means that he is saying कि PM chair तो vacant है अदानी के लिए, with whom he goes on foreign joints to Greece, to Kenya, to Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh to get him contracts, means that at 55, Chief Minister Kejriwal can resign voluntarily and hand over baton to an Oxford-educated lady, but the BJP's Pradhanji will stick to his chair at 75 like a Fevicol, in spite of others his age being retired forcibly. It means that BJP is so spooked by Kejriwal's integrity and work ethic that it is going to extend not just punishing him, but punishing 2.5 crore Delhiites just because they did not vote for BJP. So the BJP essentially, I think BJP is caught between a rock and a very hard place. I think that's what has happened. And regarding your question of Arvind Kejriwal today visiting some of the places that were inspected, I think if Mr. Narendra Modi ji, not being the president of Russia, neither being the prime minister of Ukraine, sitting in India can stop the Russia-Ukraine war going on to 5,000 kilometers away, Arvind Kejriwal being a Delhi MLA can always inspect his places. There's no big deal about it.
Okay, you say there is no big deal about it. I again want to play out those entire images. There is a good enough video that has been tweeted, Abhishek, Tuhin and Pankaj ji, by the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, where else, Siddharth, in the country where you've had a situation, even when a Nitish Kumar, gave all his job to a Jitin Ram Manjhi, we did not see Nitish Kumar accompanying Jitin Ram Manjhi everywhere. I mean, in that picture, I really had to struggle to zoom in to find out where is Atishi. I mean, can Atishi not go on an inspection herself, Siddharth?
Yeah, just like you struggle to find Mr. JP Nadda whenever Mr. Modi ji is around.
Hey, Siddharth, you love the BJP so much. All your answers are just about Narendra Modi and the BJP. For a moment, talk about Atishi. She's the Delhi Chief Minister.
Didn't I say that isn't it very strange that a 55-year-old Kejriwal can hand over baton to an Atishi who is an Oxford-educated lady, but the BJP's Pradhanji at 75 is sticking to his chair like a Fevicol, in spite of BJP's own rule of 75 years being a retirement age. So isn't it a paradox? I think that's why I said BJP is caught between a rock and a hard place. And again, to answer to your question, if Mr. Narendra Modi, not being the chief of the United Nations, can claim himself to be a Vishwaguru, I don't think a Delhi MLA called Mr. Arvind Kejriwal can go around places because please accept that he is also the ex-chief minister. And another point that you missed, I think the viewers of Times Now would have seen that the Arvind Kejriwal today sitting in the legislature, we all know, even when Mr. Deve Gowda had only one seat in the parliament, he was sitting in the front row along with Mr. Narendra Modi because he is the ex-Prime Minister of India. That is the protocol. But Arvind Kejriwal, being an MLA, he sat at chair number, his allotted number of 41 or 42. That clearly shows that Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal, this is a team that is playing. Arvind Kejriwal is not a person. He is symbolic of something. The symbol being that BJP, in his absence, went around suffocating Delhiites by cutting 1,500 trees. It went around stopping the pensions of old age people and Tirtha Yatras.
Okay.
It went around stopping the medications of Mohalla clinics. It went around playing havoc with the lives of people. And that's why Arvind Kejriwal is saying that since you gave the vote to me 5 years ago on my name, I'm back here and I'm going to play. So isn't it also true, Atishi, that Rohit Sharma today might be the captain of India, but the star batsman is always Virat Kohli. So
See, that's exactly the problem. So that you've proven that point, no, Siddharth? You've proven that point. You've proven that point कि नाम के लिए बना दिया आतिशी को. Asli power, asli satta is with Arvind Kejriwal. You see him everywhere. He's speaking about things fantastic. Yeah. He can do that. But then, don't claim that you are different from any other political party. But let me quickly get in Tuhin first up for his response before Abhishek and Siddharth come in. And no, Siddharth, I have one more interesting question for you, but I want to wait. I want to keep this tempo going on. Normally you are one of the better spokespersons for the Aam Aadmi Party, but today I think you might be in a spot because you can't defend the indefensible. But Tuhin, having said that, ये ना आम आदमी पार्टी के घर का झगड़ा है. But what is the BJP's game plan? Arvind Kejriwal is out on the streets. He is campaigning already for the Delhi elections. How will you counter an Arvind Kejriwal?
Well, good evening, Deepti. Good evening, everybody. The Aam Aadmi Party is India's biggest political scam, and they prove it in everything that they do, including the handing of the Chief Minister to Atishi. Can you imagine how much anti-women empowerment they are when, the Chief Minister's chair, when there is a chair next to the Chief Minister, saying that it will remain vacant for Arvind Kejriwal, who, by the way, is not allowed to enter the Chief Minister's chamber by a verdict of the court. And Arvind Kejriwal instead goes around campaigning. Even when it comes to Atishi, she has presided over an alleged 80 crore desilting scam which had resulted in the death of 3 IAS aspirants. So these people have nothing to offer to the people of Delhi except corruption. And today, Arvind Kejriwal, who's barred from entering the CM's office, should have some iota of shame before going around and claiming that he will improve things in Delhi. He's the one who has presided over all kinds of scam. And by the way, the Jal Board scam is yet to open up. When the details of that scam opens up, everything else will be left behind.
But Tuhin, I don't know whether, these issues that you've spoken about have any resonance, Abhishek. Do you believe on the ground? Because this is Arvind Kejriwal, typical Arvind Kejriwal style. Today he also said कि देखिए हमारे 5 बड़े नेताओं को इन्होंने पकड़ लिया, जेल में डाल दिया, मेरी पार्टी नहीं टूटी. इन्होंने कोशिश की मेरी पार्टी को तोड़ने की, लेकिन भाजपा के तुहिन ही सेज अगर सिर्फ 2 बड़े नेताओं को पकड़ लेंगे, इनकी पार्टी टूट जाएगी. So how will they counter him?
Look, first of all, I'm shocked at what the AAP spokesperson has said. He's saying Rohit Sharma might be the captain, but the power is with Virat Kohli. I don't think that's true. Rohit Sharma has the power. He attends the selection meetings. He sets the field. Right? Rohit Sharma is in complete control of the Indian cricket team. Virat Kohli is an ordinary batsman and an ordinary player in the team. Mr. Kejriwal is not Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli. Mr. Kejriwal is trying to be like the board president. The BCCI president is selecting the team. He's saying that I will come and I'll play also. The players don't even have to play. Have you ever heard of an MLA with seat number 44 inspecting a road where he is not the MLA? Dilip Pandey is the MLA of North Delhi, where they've the Vishwavidyalaya, where they've inspected the roads. Dilip Pandey is there. He has every right to be there. Atishi is CM. She has every right to be there. Why is the MLA of Patparganj, Manish Sisodia, and MLA of New Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, there?
Why do you think they are there, Abhishek?
They are there because of the simple reason. See, he's going to move out of Sheesh Mahal. Or has he already? Not yet, I think, right? Sheesh Mahal will become Atishi Mahal. Okay.
Sheesh Mahal, you say, will become
Atishi Mahal. End of the day, Atishi is the scapegoat they need. They did this with Indira Gandhi. You remember they used to call her Gungi Gudiya? They thought Indira Gandhi would be the prime minister, the old Congress syndicate. You know, if you want a lesson in Indian politics, the old Congress syndicate said, "Ye Gungi Gudiya ko kursi pe bitha do." That's exactly.
Are you saying Atishi is a Gungi Gudiya?
That is exactly why Kejriwal is
undermining Atishi also.
Exactly. It is undermining Atishi because...
Isn't the BJP also trying to undermine Atishi?
No, let me make the point.
Because what the AAP is catering to Abhishek, Arvind Kejriwal knows his politics.
Yeah.
He knows how to reinvent himself. But there is a problem with the BJP in Delhi. You know, there is a reason why when it comes to a Lok Sabha election, the BJP wins 7 out of 7.
Yeah.
But when it comes to an assembly election, they don't even have a face.
Let me answer in 30 seconds. This election is not about the letters Arvind Kejriwal writes to Mohan Bhagwat. It's not about Prime Minister Modi's age. If Prime Minister Modi's age was an issue, they got a 7-0 drubbing in the Lok Sabha election. And Prime Minister Modi, I think, turned 74 this year. So he still has 1 year more. So let the man
forgetting Abhishek, one interesting thing, and I'll get Pankaj ji into this
one
before
point I wanted to say
I get in Tuhin and Siddharth back. When Arvind Kejriwal earlier was released on an interim bail, Pankaj ji, you and Tuhin both will remember, he came out and said कि देखिए अगर भाजपा की मेजॉरिटी आ गई, अच्छे नंबर्स आ गए, 300 पार हो गए, 400 पार हो गए, तो ये योगी आदित्यनाथ को 2 महीने में निकाल देंगे. And somewhere that just changed, you know, a lot of that narrative, Pankaj ji. But do you support your good friend Arvind Kejriwal, his conduct today?
Nothing changed.
Will you also ask the questions the BJP is asking, that in what authorities Arvind Kejriwal on the roads inspecting along with the chief minister? Or you believe this is okay?
See, Arvind Kejriwal is certainly running the government through remote control. There is no doubt about it. But BJP has no right to say about any government that it is run by remote control. Because Narendra Bhai Modi's entire cabinet, all the ministers, not even one, I underline that with the exceptions of none, every minister is remote controlled by PMO officers. BJP President Jagat Prakash Naddha himself is remotely controlled by Narendra Bhai Modi.
And so then they cite the Congress model of Sonia Gandhi, Manmohan Singh also, Pankaj ji. A lot of names will then come up.
When he controls complete organization of BJP and party president has to take for informal approval for practically for everything. So does he have any moral right to raise the issue of remote control government? He has no moral right in a country where almost all the constitutional institutions, all the government-owned educational institutions, all the government-owned cultural institutions.
No, so if you were aware, Pankaj ji, if the Congress was aware that, you know, these are the dictatorial traits of an Arvind Kejriwal, why did you ally with him? Can you tell me, for the Lok Sabha election? You made a fool out of the Delhi ki janta.
I'm saying that in this country, for the last 10 years, all the institutions are directly controlled by RSS and its affiliates. It is ridiculous to put blame on others for remotely control their governments or their political parties.
Are you okay with this conduct of Arvind Kejriwal, Pankaj ji? Yes or no? Pankaj ji?
Ji.
Are you okay with this conduct of Arvind Kejriwal? Sidelining Atishi?
I'm saying Narendra Bhai Modi has sidelined all his ministers. Arvind Kejriwal, I have already said that he is surely running the government through remote control. Who can endorse his conduct? Nobody can endorse his conduct. And I don't know if Atishi's action to place her chair as the chief minister beside the empty chair on which former chief minister Arvind Kejriwal used to sit, you know, is correct or not. But I surely know that my prime minister doesn't have any entitlement to lecture others on this. For last 10
Kejriwal
years,
is not the chief minister.
Himself is running a government who is chosen bureaucrat appointees, while the political leaders have been completely sidelined.
Okay, Tuhin will quickly respond before Siddharth comes in. Tuhin.
Well, Deepti, what is important to note over here is that Arvind Kejriwal has constantly been making a mockery of Supreme Court rulings. When he was released for 20 days in May, what did he tell the Janta of Delhi? That if you vote for me in large numbers, I will not have to go back to jail. Was that what the Supreme Court ruling was all about? It was a 20-day bail only for campaigning. And what happened eventually? You know, people of Delhi did not listen to him. They received a 0-7 drubbing. The India Alliance. Today, when he has apparently begun campaigning for Delhi, can he ensure that the precondition that he does not sign files, you know, as chief minister, can he ensure that he also does not exercise undue influence over the files which Atishi is signing as CM? And this is why I say they have been making a mockery of the Supreme Court rulings. The Aam Aadmi Party, even in its conduct in the transition of chief ministership, is nothing but a scam.
Okay, you say the Aam Aadmi Party itself is a scam. You know, Siddharth, a lot of these questions are important. It's good to see you smiling. It's always nice to see you smiling, Siddharth. And you know, I mean, I say this from the bottom of my heart because it's good to have politicians who can smile and, you know, answer a lot of these questions, Siddharth. But for a moment, just, you know, if you hear Arvind Kejriwal, what he said today after this inspection, he said, मुझे पता ये सड़क टूटी हुई थी, मुझे पता यहाँ पे काम नहीं हो रहा था, मुझे पता यहाँ काम रुका हुआ था. Arey Baba, so you yourself accepted that work was stalled when Arvind Kejriwal was in jail. So why didn't he resign earlier? Why didn't he, you know, announce that Atishi is going to be the chief minister? Atishi could have gone on these inspections and at least built the road. आपकी दिल्ली की जनता से क्या दुश्मनी है, सिद्धार्थ?
Yeah, first of all, let me say that calling a sitting chief minister, Oxford educated lady, calling her a gungi gudiya is highly misogynistic. It's not good for the whoever said that. And the second, BJP saying that keeping the chair is an insult to Ramayana because BJP swears by Ramayana and Bharat and Ram, and what Atishi did was exactly what Bharat did. So absolutely that's an insult. Point number 3, I think when BJP spokesperson says about certain things, or even the BJP ecosystem says, everybody in Delhi knows that every work of a Delhiite has been stalled by the BJP, not by Aam Aadmi Party. In spite of
Siddharth, who was stopping anyone to go on an inspection and ensure that the roads are made? The PWD does that.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you, that in spite of Arvind Kejriwal being in jail, isn't it true that the free electricity continued in Delhi? Isn't it true that 18 lakh students kept on studying free in Delhi?
Did the work on the road stop or not? Arvind Kejriwal himself has said this, Siddharth. I am not saying this.
Deepti, I think there's no point in repeating. I already said in your earlier segment that Tirth Yatra was stopped by the BJP, bus marshals were stopped by the BJP, old age pension was stopped by the BJP, 1,000 trees were cut in spite of Supreme Court order by the LG, BJP's appointed LG. These are the works that were stopped by the BJP. BJP went to the extent of taking punishment with Kejriwal, that they went on, extended their punishment and punished 2.5 crore Delhiites. And Arvind Kejriwal is saying that today I am out and I'll ensure that this does not happen. And there is absolutely nothing wrong in it. If Mr. Modi ji can stop a Russia-Ukraine war sitting in Delhi after 6 months of that war and saying that I will stop that war going on in Russia-Ukraine, how come a Delhi MLA called Mr. Arvind Kejriwal cannot...
So why did he resign? He could have continued as a chief minister. At least there would have been some accountability and responsibility. No, Siddharth? Today he has zero accountability. He has zero responsibility. All the blame goes to Atishi.
No, all the blame goes to BJP because it
all
went
the
to
blame, Tuhin, goes to you.
People of Delhi.
Tuhin, all the blame is at your door, Tuhin.
You will have to, the BJP...
No, first of all,
let him respond.
He mentioned something that I said Atishi leaving the chair for Arvind Kejriwal is an insult to Ramayana. When did I say that? You know, it seems the Aam Aadmi Party is either short of understanding or completely hard of hearing. I never said that. I said it is anti-women empowerment. I said it is against it insults the chair of the chief minister. But when did I say it is, and you know, it goes against the spirit of Ramayana? They completely seem to have misunderstood what I said. And I think therefore he should apologize because he was misquoting me. Fact is, Deepti, that when Arvind Kejriwal was in jail, Atishi, as the PWD minister, presided over an alleged 80 crore desilting scam which resulted in the death of 3 IAS aspirants. One of the IAS aspirants, another IAS aspirant had written to her 3 days before the incident that this is an urgent matter that needs to be addressed. Her office did not respond. So before Arvind Kejriwal, gets on the road and continues a fresh drama, he must apologize to the people of Delhi for the tragedy of July where 3 IAS aspirants had to lose their lives because of
completely
the...
run out of time, Siddharth, but people are watching. People are watching. What is Atishi doing? What is Arvind Kejriwal doing? And like they say, that is a very, very powerful picture. That picture will tell us who is the real super chief minister in Delhi, chief minister without accountability, responsibility. Does the Delhi ki Janta want this? Do they deserve this? We'll let them decide. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Quickly heading into a break.